Hey, this is Dave from Audience and Influence, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook event for your business and how to actually earn money from it. Because there's one way to create a Facebook event that almost everyone does, and it's the wrong way. It actually is not going to earn your business any money, but people keep on using this strategy with Facebook events. Instead, in this video, I'm going to show you 2 ways that you should be using Facebook events. So let's dive in. Facebook events are amazing. When you create a Facebook event and get people to say that they're going to attend that event, Facebook does all the heavy lifting for you. It reminds people of your upcoming event. It tells them when the event's actually happening. It gives them notifications to make sure they're participating. Facebook events are great, but they can also be very confusing. And maybe you've tried using a Facebook event before and you didn't get that many people attending, or maybe you ran the event and it didn't actually help you grow your business. And that's what this video is about, as I'm going to show you 2 ways to use Facebook events properly. And we're going to go through the one way that most people use Facebook events that you really want to avoid, because a lot of time and effort can go into creating this event. And so it's important that you get people to actually show up and you actually turn that event into paying customers and clients for your business. Because it would be a mistake to avoid events altogether. Just because you had a bad experience in the past or you ran an event and it didn't work out the way that you wanted doesn't mean to avoid events. Again, Facebook events are powerful. You just need to use them the right way. And so how do you do that? Well, the first step is to make sure that you know where your audience is actually hanging out. I'm going to go over to my Facebook business page here. It's called Audience and Influence. And so this, I want to be really clear, this is on a Facebook business page. Here's the mistake most people make when they're running an event for their business, is they think, well, this event is for my business, therefore it should come from my business page. And I'm going to show you how you can create an event through your business page. And this is what most people do. And then we'll talk about why this is wrong and why you probably shouldn't be doing this. So you can see that I'm over on Audience and Influence, the business page. And if I go over to the side menu here and click on Professional Dashboard, you'll notice that it comes up with events. And once you click on an event, you can go over to this button here, you'll see in the bottom corner, and create a new event. When you click on that, you can go through all these steps. So whether it's an online event or an in-person event, if it's free or paid, you can go through all these steps and create your event here. Well, this looks really good, right? Why is it the wrong strategy? The reason why this is the wrong strategy is because of where your audience hangs out. Facebook used to really use business pages to create all kinds of organic reach and create engagement. But the reality is the platform has changed. Now, when you post something on your Facebook business page, generally the only people who are going to see this are people who you reach through paid ads. No longer are business pages really creating conversations and creating organic reach. Instead, they're all about paid advertising. So if you go in and create this event using your business page, unless you're going to pay for ads to drive people to your event, the chance of your followers, your people who have liked your business page seeing this is very, very low. Therefore, it's unlikely you're going to get many people attending your event. And if you don't have people attending your event, you're probably not going to make money from that event. So we generally want to stay away from creating events through your business page. Well, what are the other options? I'll show you. I'm going to go back to Facebook's homepage here. I'm going to leave this business page and I'm going to go up in the top right-hand corner, and you can see that right now I'm interacting as Audience and Influence because I was using my business page to show you that event. The next 2 ways, the ways that you should actually use Facebook events, you don't want to be using your business page at all. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch my account and I'm going to switch over to using my personal Facebook profile. And you can see down here in the left-hand corner, it says, I'm now acting as Dave Smith on Facebook. And that's what I want to be doing. So there are 2 ways that you should be creating Facebook events. And it really comes back to, again, where does your audience hang out? If you have a Facebook group and you've really been nurturing and growing that group, then that's where you want to be hosting your event. If that's where your engaged audience is. Let me show you an example. I'm going to go over to Audience and Influence. This is one of the groups that I run, and I regularly do run events here because I've got an engaged audience inside this group. Let me just actually show you. I'm going to show you some statistics here, and you can take a look at your own group and see, is this a good place for your group? So I went into the About section of Audience and Influence, and if I scroll down, you can see that there's 50 posts in the last month, which is good. There's a lot of activity happening in this group. And check this out. There's almost 5,000 members. The group's only 46 weeks old, so it's not even a year old. And in the last week, got 115 new members. And this is all organic. And so this group, it's growing quickly. It's very engaged. This would be a great place to host an event. And you can take a look at your group. You'll know if you've got an engaged audience there. If not, don't worry, I've got another place that you can run your event in just a second. But let's continue on with an event inside of a group. Now, Facebook, it changes up how groups look pretty frequently. And so right now, for some reason, there isn't even a button showing here. There sometimes is a button up here for events. I don't see one right now. And so an easy work around this is I'm just going to go up to the address bar here, and I'm going to have the name of my group. So you can see it's audience and influence. And then I'm just going to add the word events to the end of that string. So you can see I've got facebook.com/groups/ the name of my group. You can do the same thing, /events. And it takes me over to my events. And so you can see all the past events here, and then I could create a new event. And so what I want to show you here is while we're inside this group, if you're creating an event through your group, what are the key elements? How do you do this to make sure people are actually going to show up and to make sure you can monetize off this group? And we're going to take a look at the last event that I ran through this Facebook group, Audience and Influence. So the most important thing for a successful and a profitable event through a Facebook group is your title. It's got to be a sexy title. So the first thing you need to do is think of a sexy title. Let's take a look at this one. This one was called Facebook Visibility Clinic. Diagnose how to increase your post engagement. Works for every niche. Now, I'm serving business owners who are using Facebook to grow their business. And so knowing that there's a visibility clinic where they can increase their post engagement and this works for every niche, this is sexy for them. They're interested. And so you need to think about what's a title that would be very enticing for your audience. So you need to have a sexy title. Secondly, you want to have an image that stands out on Facebook, an image that grabs attention. And you'll notice that we tend to use the logo of our group so that people can quickly associate that this event is from the group that they're part of, the group where they've been engaging. Now, a little tip for you here, when you create this image, and you can use any tool, you can use a tool like Canva, is really easy to create images like this. When you create this image, you want it to be the right size. So you want it to be 1920 pixels wide by 1005 pixels tall. So 1920 by 1005. And when you create that image, it's going to look really nice on your event. So that's second. You need to have an image here. Third, you want to have a description that's very clear as to the value someone's going to get when they attend your event. And so I'm going to click on show more here. And you can see what we do is we tend to do a little separator right here that shows where the description starts. And in this description, let me read this out to you. It says, you've likely noticed that Facebook's algorithm has been going through some changes recently. Certain posts get way more attention, others get zero attention. Fortunately, we've been studying the trends and have isolated what you can do to increase the number of people who see your posts. Increase the number of people who engage with you, increase the frequency that your posts go viral, and increase the overall activity on your Facebook profile and inside your group. So this is important. This is the what's in it for me. Why would someone want to attend this group? And you need to include this in your description as well, because you want people to really be excited and to commit to going to this event. So we've got our sexy title. We've got our image that's sized properly. We've got a very clear description saying what's in it for me. And then finally, we need to be really clear as to where this event is happening. And so you can see in the description down here, I put again a little separator and then put the call to action. If you're using Facebook for your business, this clinic is a must see. We'll be live streaming this clinic in the Audience and Influence group. And you'll notice that I put a link directly to the group here. I want people to know that this is going to happen inside the group. It's not going to happen on Zoom. It's not going to be some private webinar. You just need to show up in the group. And so it's really important that you put the location here. So that's number 4. Number 5, once you've done all this, once you've set up your group, you're going to want to go and invite people. And Facebook right now, it's going to limit you to inviting 500 people from your group. And so if your group is smaller than 500 people, invite everyone. Click on the invite button and you're going to see a list of all the people in your group. Just literally go and click on the little circles and then click send invites. And what this is going to do, it's going to send them a notification saying that you invited them to the event that's happening inside the group where they belong. And now they can either choose to say I'm going or I'm not going or I'm not sure. All those people who say, yes, I'm going, they're going to start receiving notifications from Facebook reminding them of your upcoming event, which is Facebook doing all your marketing for you. So you want to go and max out all 500 of those invitations. Now, the final step when you're preparing for your event to go live inside of your Facebook group is you want to take a look at some engagement. So I'm just going to scroll down here. You can see that Facebook has created a little bit of a feed specifically for this event. And the same thing will happen when you create your event. You're going to get your own little feed here where people will be able to ask questions or make comments. And you can see that Steven has a question here. I respond to him. Susan has a question. Lucy responds. So you can see that we're stirring up engagement amongst these questions. And that's really important because people might have questions about your event. You want to make sure that they don't get left unattended. So you really want to engage, stir up excitement for your event. And so that's how you can create an event inside your group. And so if you have an active group, if you have a growing group, definitely use an event this way. let me show you a way to use events if you don't have a group that's active or you don't have a group at all. I'm going to just click on the Facebook home button here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on live video, and that's going to pop up. And when you do that, don't worry, it's not actually going to go live right away. And what this is going to say, it says go live. So you can go live by yourself. You can go live now automatically or in 24 hours, or check out this option. You can create a live video event. And this is what you want to do. Now, if you don't have a group, you need to think about where's your audience hanging out. Well, your audience on Facebook is either on your profile, it's in a group, or it's following your business page. We already explained why you don't want to use your business page. We already went through how you can do this using your Facebook group. And now here's your opportunity to do it through your Facebook personal profile. If you don't have a group, this is where your audience is hanging out. It's on your profile. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on select. And it's going to bring up the options that we just saw when creating an event inside of your Facebook group. So you can see here that we can upload a cover photo, and remember using those right dimensions. So it's 1920 by 1005. And then you can create your event name, again, having a sexy name. You're going to set the date. You're going to set, this is really important, your privacy. You want this to be public. You want to go live through your personal profile, and you want anyone to be able to see this. I know there is a temptation to say, well, I just want it to be my friends, or I'm going to change the privacy here. Listen, if you're serious about growing your business, open up all your content publicly, because what that does is when your friends see your event, your live video event here, and they engage, they comment, the Facebook algorithm can pick up your event and start showing it to friends of their friends. And this is how you can quickly expand your network. So really important, you want to open up your privacy settings and have this set to public. And then you're going to put in your description. And remember, we looked at a description. Be very clear as to what's in it for me, and also be clear as to where this is happening. And so you can just say, I'm going to be going live on my profile, and give a link directly to your profile. And once you have your event set up, like I said, Facebook does the rest. It's going to send out notifications to your friends. It's going to remind them that your event is coming up. It's going to prompt them to tune in when you actually go live on your personal profile. It's a great way to drive more traffic to your events. And that's important, because when you have an audience, then you can monetize. You just need to get that audience. And full transparency, for us, the way that we grow our audience, the way we're growing our Facebook group, the way we're getting more targeted leads onto our personal profile to participate in our events, is we use a tool. It's called Unipro. And if you've never checked out Unipro before, you've got to check it out. Go to unipro.com. It's a tool that automates all of your Facebook marketing. And so, like I said, it's great for building up audiences either on your personal profile or inside your group, engaging those audiences, making sure they see your events, see all your posts. It's an amazing tool. It's been a game changer for us, and I know it will be for you as well. So definitely go check that out at unipro.com. And that's what I have for you today, all about creating events for your business and monetizing those events. If this was helpful, give this video a like. And if you have any questions or comments about these strategies, just leave them below. I'm happy to help out. If you haven't checked out Unipro before and you're growing your business using Facebook, you got to check it out. Go to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. Can't wait to see you in the next video.